Hey ladies, it's Sandra TTC coming back with another update. So last week I left off by telling you guys that they have found a large cyst on my left ovary, and I didn't know whether or not they were going to cancel the cycle because you know me, I'm Miss Researcher who likes to research things, and I was researching other forms of women who have had cysts on their ovaries during IVF cycles, and 90% of them stated that their cycle was canceled, especially if the cyst was producing estrogen. And my cyst was producing estrogen because the first day of blood work, the estrogen was already at 600 and some, which is way too high to start any IVF. So they wanted me to come back Friday to check to see if the cyst had decreased and if the estrogen had gone down. But when I went back Friday, the nurse was the one who did my ultrasound this time, not the ultrasound tech. And she couldn't find the cyst. So she was under the assumption that the cyst had dissolved. However, when I got my estradiol results back later that day, the estradiol had went up. It went from 600 and some to 800 and some. So they was thinking that maybe it was the follicles that was growing inside that was producing the estrogen. So they had me to come back on Monday. When I got back Monday and they went in to look, there go that big old cyst. So the cyst never left. The cyst was still left. It's just that the ultrasound, not the ultrasound tech, but the nurse did not notice it or find it when she went in Friday. And I just knew they was going to cancel the cycle. But they didn't. I mean, on Friday, they actually started the stems. So when Monday got here, I was already on stem day 4. The estradiol came back, and the estradiol had actually went down. But it only went down just a little, not a whole lot. So they continued on. So today I went in. Today is stem day 6. And the cyst is still there. You know, unfortunately, is blocking her from being able to measure the follicles behind it, but she do see them there, and the cyst is still there, and they did the estradiol test again, and the estradiol went down yet again. Now, we wanted the estradiol to go down, but we wanted the estradiol to go down before I started the stems, not after. There's no reason why the estradiol should be going down if the size of the cyst is not decreasing. The size of the cyst seemed to be, I thought it was smaller, but she claimed it was the same size. But I'ma just keep it real. I don't think this nurse knew what she was doing or looking at when she was measuring anything inside of me. I really think that when you go in for ultrasound monitoring, that should be done by an ultrasound tech, not the nurse. Ultrasound techs, they proficient in that type of services, and they know what they're looking at, and they know what they're measuring, because there's no way she should have missed that big old size cyst on Friday when I went in. So I'm not even quite sure what she knew she was doing, but when I was looking at it, it appeared to me that the cyst was going down. So I really don't know exactly. She claimed it was still the same size. I don't know. But anyway, my doctor, he owns all of the clinics that I go to, but the main one that he's at is really too far for me to drive to do monitoring. So I chose to go to the one I'm going to now because that's more closer to drive. And because I'm going to this one, there's another doctor that's running that office. So every time the test results come back, they go directly to him, and he's the one that gives the okay for me to continue on you know. But when the estradiol dropped again today, this time they reached out to my doctor and told my doctor what was going on and wanted to get his opinion as to which direction he wanted to go. And sad to say, my doctor decided to cancel the cycle. And I can't say I'm not surprised, because the minute they told me I had the cyst, I quickly started researching other women who have had the same issue. And like I said earlier, 90% of those women said they doctor canceled the cycle. So I was really shocked when this other doctor decided to go on. I'm just upset that you waited to after 5 days of stimming to cancel it instead of canceling it at the beginning, because this was just a waste of my time, wasting my gas. And again, I don't like giving myself these shots because I'm very scary when it comes to these needles, you know. And so it's a lot to take in when you go through IVF cycles and they fail. And it really is just, I mean, I'm just really, I'm fed up with it, you know. I really hate that I'm going through this journey by myself, not because I feel I need a partner to help me out with it, but because now I feel like doing it by myself, I have to depend on art. I don't want to have to depend on them, because it's causing me too much stress. You know, I took a break from this to relieve the stress, and it seemed like the stress is easing its way back. So I should have just stuck with my original decision, and that was to just go move forward with the donor and stop trying to do this with my own eggs. But I just couldn't resist when I realized that I was going to have to wait for my donor to be ready anyway. I couldn't resist to go through another cycle with no treatment at all. What I should have did was try the home insemination instead of going to an RE and trying to do this IVF, because I just feel like I waste too much time doing that, you know, doing something I really don't even want to do. But yeah, that's my story. I won't be having the IVF treatment. It got canceled effective today. So I'm hoping that my donor is ready to go come April, because I'm not doing this no more. They asked me to make an appointment with the RE to go talk to him about restarting the cycle next month, and I'm not going to do it. I've had it with the IVF. This is not for me. Maybe if I was much younger, or if I didn't have any kids at all, and I really, really, really wanted to have another child, that'd be a whole different story. But when I think about what God has already blessed me with, this is not worth it. I can't do it. You know, I can't do it. It's mentally affecting me, because you go through a lot with fertility treatments as it is, but you go through a whole lot when you do IVF, because there's finances involved, there's the needles, the shots, there's running back and forth to the doctor for monitoring and all of this other stuff. I mean, I've had to take off work because this clinic is not in drivable distance like my last clinic was. The last clinic, I never had to take off of work to go to monitor. This clinic, I have to take off of work to go to monitoring because of the fact that I don't live close enough to get there and get back in time for me to go to work. So, also too, please excuse the noise you hear in the background. Unfortunately, I had to let my baby brother Brat move back in with me because he went through some issues with his wife yet again. And every time he come here, he want to play that loud, obnoxious music, or he just loud, period, when he on the phone talking to somebody. So if you hear a lot of loud noise in the background, it's only him. But anyway, ladies, I plan to be giving you guys an update around the 1st of April to let you guys know what's going on with the donor. I have reached out to my RE and let him know that, you know, I'm ready to go come April, but I still gotta wait for my donor. She promised me that she was going to do everything that she could to get this weight off by the end of the month. She really don't have far to go. She really looks good. I actually seen her this weekend, and you can tell she's slimming down a lot. So she haven't weighed herself. She says she doesn't like to weigh herself when she's losing weight. But the last time we checked, she was down 10 pounds, and that was probably like about a couple weeks ago. So she only had to lose 15 to 25 pounds. So he said he was willing to start if she loses at least 15. So losing 5 more pounds is not that hard. But losing 15, 20 more would be even better, because I plan to make this a one-shot service. I don't want to have to keep doing this even with the donor. I'm hoping that they can get plenty of good eggs out of her. I do plan to do the PGD testing on her so that I can only have uno egg put back up in me, because I don't want no type of chances of multiple birth. Done been there, done that, and that was just not, you know, a friendly thing to go through. It's really, really difficult to have 2 babies, especially at my age. No, I don't think I can handle that. So I really want to only put 1 egg back, 1 good egg back up in me. And so I do plan on doing the PGD testing on her. So I've been saving for that. So yeah, ladies, that's just it. I tried one more time to use my own eggs, and it did not work again. And what I hate about this whole journey is that I still don't know if I do have good eggs, because I never make it that far. Something always happen where I can't even make it far enough to know whether or not I have good quality eggs or not. So I guess I'll never know, because I'm not going to keep putting myself through all this heartache and pain trying to find out. So I'm done with this, and I'm going to let you guys know when I start the donor. At that point, I'm going to find out if she's willing to let me reveal who she is. Right now, I mean, I don't think she have a problem with it, because even when we went to the counseling, she didn't have a problem with it. So I don't think she have a problem with it. But I just want to make sure everything is in order before I reveal her name and how she's related to me, because I told you that this is a known donor. So, you know, I'll let you know how I know that person and where I know her from, and why I chose her. So that's going to be my next video once we get started with that. So I will be chatting with you guys later. I will be following you guys' journey, and I'll still be around if you guys got any questions to ask me. And please don't feel sorry for me. I mean, it just wasn't meant to be. I told you guys one way or another I was going to get my baby. So if it was not going to come, you know, from my own body, it's going to come from somebody's body. So I am also going to put the video of the visit to my mom for her birthday. I'm going to upload that sometime tonight or tomorrow too, so you guys can look at that. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah! Baby dust to you all. Bye.